3, 2, 1. It's go time. Welcome to the show. It's go time. This is the ultimate podcast for salespeople, sales managers, and entrepreneurs who are in the trenches, who's got to talk to people to make a sale. If you've been in sales, if you're just getting into sales, or you wanted to get in sales, or you've been in sales for a long time, this is the podcast for you. Welcome to the show. This is episode number 8, and I'm your host, Pat Holder. We just got done with our $1 Million Sales Habits series, 5 episodes in a row. Go back and listen to those if you have not, and that will guarantee when you instill those into your deal, because these are habits, consistency, persistency, maintaining a schedule no matter what, continuing to be sold on your product and who you are and what you provide for your clients. It'll guarantee you $1 million commissions over and over and over again. Okay. And that's what it's about. So this podcast is all about making sure that you are equipped with the right mindset so you can go out there and serve your prospects to the best of your ability and show up as the highest version of yourself, because that's what it's about. Okay. Yes, it's about the work ethic piece. You have to have that, but it's about the mentality. It's about the mentality. And that's pretty much all we talk about right here, is that and how to increase your income. So welcome to the show. This is episode number 8, and we're talking about dominating your feelings to dominate in sales. Dominating your feelings to dominate in sales. So we're going to the quote here. This quote is from a book called Iron Sharpened Leadership by John Gronsky. Okay, he's a lifer in the Army. And let's see, this is page 2 here. He's commanded thousands and thousands of troops. So I think he knows a little bit about leadership. So we're going to page 20XX here. And he goes on to say, anyone who has ever led anything will tell you that at some point in time, the organization you lead will face adversity. For that matter, every living person faces adversity at some point in their lives. It all comes down to how prepared one is to face these challenges and how one responds. Leaders must prepare themselves and their followers to overcome challenges. Positive energy is essential when leading a large organization or a small team. Optimism and enthusiasm are 2 key traits of a resilient person. Like any other trait, they must be exercised to become a strong part of one's makeup. A leader must be physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually fit. To strengthen resilience, leaders must allow themselves to be vulnerable by moving out of their comfort zone. By taking risks and taking on tough challenges, scar tissue is developed and resilience is improved. Oh boy, I absolutely love that quote. So what he's saying is resilience is trainable. You must have optimism and enthusiasm. Positive energy is essential. For all my sales managers out there, positive energy is essential when leading a large organization or small team. And you must be prepared for setbacks, adversity, challenges. And that's the mental side. That's the mental side, and that's what we're talking about. That's about upgrading, making sure that our feelings and our attitude are in check and at the right level. And that's what we're talking about today. Dominating your feelings to dominate in sales. We got 3 things here for you. Number 1 is feelings and emotions. They seem real, and they are real. Okay. Our feelings and emotions. Hey, I'm feeling what I'm feeling right now. My emotions are what they are right now. But our perception of our circumstance may not be real. So we may feel like we're not having a great day, or we may feel like that we may not be having a great week or a great year. Oh, like it's not like I used to perform or what have you. Okay. But our perception of the circumstance may not be real. So that feeling may be real. Okay, that's what I feel, right? But our perception is how we translate that may not be real. So some situations out in the field is, hey, this area stinks. This call list, the stack of leads that I got are not that good. This just isn't my day. This just isn't my week. This just isn't my month. Have I lost it? Have I lost how to do this thing? Do I even know how to do this thing anymore? And one thing that we all butt up against, I don't care who you are, is, man, I'm just not good enough. I just don't know if I'm good enough. Have you ever hit a target and you're like, oh man, like, you don't feel like an absolute champion? I'm just not good enough. It just wasn't good enough. You had a good day. It's like, oh, it just wasn't good enough. That's a constant I don't know if it's a real termed phrase, but I'm going to call it the high performer complex, is that, hey, no matter what, have you ever heard of an Olympian get the gold medal and then they're depressed right after? It's like, man, they just accomplished, they're the best person in the world at this moment in time, and then they're depressed right after. We must flip the script. That's number one, is our perception may not be real, but what we got to do is we got to flip the script. We got to change our perception of what's actually going on here, right? Is, hey, this call list that I have stinks. These leads stink. How do you flip the script there? Just flip it by saying, hey, there's gold in here somewhere. It seems like it's a little tougher than normal, but there's gold in here somewhere, and I'm going to make it work no matter what. Another thought process we go through is, can I still do this? Can I still do this thing? Like, it feels like I'm just sucking right now. How do you flip the script? Hey, go back to your fundamentals. It's like, oh yeah, are my fundamentals in line? Are my fundamentals right? Meaning, hey, is my attitude good right now? Is my pitch the way it needs to be? Am I showing up as the highest version of myself? If not, just making adjustments and move forward. Okay, because sales will mess with our mind like nothing I've ever experienced, and probably like nothing you've experienced too. But the good thing is when you're aware, just like General Gronsky's talking about, is no matter what you're feeling or what you're going through, it may suck right now, but hey, this is building resilience. That's what he's talking about. Getting out of your comfort zone. What does it mean that things actually feel like they suck right now? That means it's uncomfortable, and that's okay. That's why, there's a high turnover, generally speaking, in sales, is because at the first sign of adversity, at the first sign of like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, people quit. Okay. Hey, and if you're in that situation, don't do it. Don't quit. You've come too far to quit now. So just flip the script. Get really, really good at this one habit of flipping the script. Is how in the world am I going to hit my target after everything I've been through right now? It's like, no. We got to say, hey, okay, how can I hit my target? You need to be open to the idea of how can I hit my target? Now, if it's an impossibility, here's a really important thing. So sometimes we have, let's just say you have a monthly target and you need to sell 30 units or 30 sales in the month, and 25 days have gone past and you've only sold 4 units. You're like, man, this is the worst month ever, right? You could be blaming the market. You could be blaming your customers. You could be blaming your sales manager. You could be blaming your company. You could be blaming whoever. Okay, but we need to take responsibility for that situation. But when we're talking about hitting your target of 30 and you've only got 5 days left and you've only sold 4, right? You need 26 more. That could be an impossibility. It may just take paperwork alone for the next 4 days to do 26. So what you need to do is at some point, you do need to have a contingent target. Grant Cardone says never lower a target. Well, hey man, at some point, you got to lower a target, at least for that month. So you want to have a contingent target. It's like, okay, I got this amount of time left and I'm not going to hit my big goal. So you need to reset and commit to a contingent target that will keep you focused and build momentum for your next month. So a good way to think about it is, hey, if you've only made 4 sales and you've got 5 more days and your target was 30, trash the 30. Hey, get that monkey off your back and then reset for a new target for the next 5 days. That could be 4 more units. Okay, hey, I'm going to sell 4 units in the next 5 days. What's that going to do? Shift your perspective here is, hey, your perception of what's going on is like turning it from a failure to a victory. For the first 25 days, that sucked. All right, now I've only gotten 4 units, but for the next 5 days, I'm going to commit to 4 units. I'm going to commit to whatever. So if you sell 4 units in that situation, now you have 8 in your month. Well, now you've just doubled your production that you previously had. Okay, you need to constantly draw the line in the sand of, okay, this is where I'm at, and how can I make this month, this day, this week a victory? Okay, by setting a contingent target and then attacking it. Now, even if you only sold 2 units, hey, I increased my production. I increased my sales by 50% in the last 4 or 5 days. Okay, so at some point, you do need to draw the line in the sand and commit to that new target. So it's just about flipping the script. It's like, oh, I don't hit my targets ever. That's okay. You shouldn't hit a lot of your targets, especially if your targets are freaking huge. Then you just get used to not hitting targets, but you're producing at a high level. That's what you should do. Oh, nobody's ever sold 30 units in 30 days in our company. Good. You can be the first. So how can you flip the script? So whatever situation you're going through right now is how can you flip the script? It's like, oh man, I'm not making enough money. It's like, well, I've got an opportunity to really make a lot more money. So see how you flip the script right there? It's like nobody's buying today. Actually, you know what? That means that statistically speaking, that it's about to get hot. So constantly look for ways to flip the script. The first thing is you need to catch that thought process and be like, this is not real. It may feel real, okay, but my perception is not real, and I need to shift it over to that. Because we get in our own way sometimes and we beat ourselves up because of our emotions, because of our feelings, and because of our perception. And you got to flip the script. And I can guarantee you, once you start developing this habit, okay, you may already have it. It's going to really, really improve your situation. Okay, man, I've talked to 3 jerks in a row. Good. Well, you're not going to talk to 19 more in a row. I can guarantee you that. Somebody in there is going to be your person. So you need to flip the script. It's about to get hot. So that's number 1 is flip the script. Change your perception. Be aware. Be like, hey, this doesn't feel very good right now, but it's about to get hot. Okay, so flip the script. Flip the script. Flip the script. Now, number 2 is know that this too will pass. So maybe you're not feeling the best about your business. Maybe you're not feeling the best about yourself. Maybe you don't have the most confidence right now, but know that this too will pass. And here's a hack is you want to be, nature gives us really amazing metaphors, especially in sales. And there's just different seasons. And sometimes in our business, the season can be a few hours. It could be a few weeks. It could be a few months too. But the main thing is you want to be the buffalo in the storm. Okay. Do you know how a buffalo herd gets through storms or how they handle snowstorms? They take the herd and they go right into the storm. Okay, so in the US, mostly storms go from west to east. Okay, so the herd goes right into the teeth of the storm. What does that do? It does 2 things. 1, because they're moving towards the storm's now going over them, so they are in the storm less time. Okay, the other thing is that it keeps them warm so they don't freeze to death. Okay, most of the time the storm, what we're talking about is snowstorm, right? If they sit still, they're going to die. Now, if you sit still in sales, not that you're going to die, but hey, you're going to get severely wounded in sales, and it's not going to be good if you just sit still. So don't dilly-dally when things are getting tough. When you don't feel like going out there, okay, that's an indication that you should rock and roll and move forward, okay, especially if you don't feel like it. Oh, but today it's the weekend. It's like, well, dude, did you have a crap week? Like, do you have the opportunity to rock and roll and build some momentum? So you should be using your weekends as a flip in the script. Oh, this is a crap week. I'll get it next week. No. This is a crap week. And I now have the opportunity to get better over the weekend so I can show up even better. Right? So not only are you going to continue to move forward, but you're also you're equipping yourself and keeping the momentum. So be the buffalo in the storm. When things are getting rough, you want to head into the teeth of it. Oh my gosh. I know in our business, it feels like when you're getting one cancellation, you're getting a lot of cancellations. When you're getting one no-show, you're getting a lot of no-shows. When you're getting a lot of this, you're getting a lot of that. Now, we don't notice when things are good. It's 75, sunny outside. We don't really notice too much, especially if it's been a few days in a row of nice weather. Right? We don't notice that much in our business when it's nice weather. But guess what? We definitely notice when it's not nice weather outside. And we definitely notice when it's not nice weather in our business. Okay. So be the freaking buffalo in the storm and head right into the teeth of the problem. That's the indication that you should move forward. Oh, I'm getting a lot of cancellations. It's like, oh my God, everybody that I write up cancels. It's like, good for now. Okay. But you need to move on offense and keep producing, keep sitting down with qualified prospects, and then you're going to hit your seam and you're going to be back on track. And you move faster through that adversity when you rock and roll forward. Okay. You sit in the muck if you just sit in the muck. You know what I'm talking about? So when you stand still, your business also stands still, and you're going to be in the crap storm even longer. So be the buffalo in the storm. Okay, in any situation in your life, whether it's a production storm, whether it's an income storm. Oh, my income just dipped. Okay, rock and roll, head forward. Economy storm. Hey, this is not where, inflation's going through the roof. You don't sit still, you move forward. You got relationship storms. Okay, you got sales storms. That's what we're talking about. But this too will pass, and it'll pass faster when you move faster. So you should be moving fast in your business. You should be moving fast in your business at almost all times. But when things get rough, that's when you actually should move faster. Okay, if you can get this one thing, you don't hear anything else before or after this in this podcast. When things get rough, that's when you should move faster. It's not when I'm going to get it next week. No, you're just procrastination technique, actually. And I did that for years. And it's like, it feels good in the moment, but man, you wake up, on Monday and, you still got a pile of crap waiting for you. So move forward when things get rough. Move faster when things move rough. That's number 2. Know that this too will pass, and you have more control of it passing faster than you may realize. Now, number 3, when we're talking about feelings, when we're talking about emotions, when we're talking about our attitude not being where they need to be, our perception of maybe what's going on is not where it needs to be. You need to ask yourself this question: is how could this situation be serving me right now? How could this situation be serving me right now? So let's just say you're going through a sales slump. Okay, sales slump. You've gone a few days without, or a few weeks without, especially if you're in real estate, you could be going months without a sale or a close. And, if you're doing door-to-door roofing or what have you, man, that takes months, or solar, that takes months sometimes for you actually to get paid out. So how could this be serving me right now? So if I've got a delayed commission like that, one thing I would be thinking about is like, okay, well, if it takes a long time to get paid, well, let's just load it up. Now, this may be the season right now where I don't get paid and I'm going to get paid a lot in the future. Okay, in the next few months, let's load it up, baby. Let's load it up. So I'm going to close as many accounts as I can. Okay, I'm going to do as much as I can to where, hey, when this season's over, it's going to rain. So that's just one example, but make a list. So whatever you're going through, put it on paper, man. Whatever you're going through, put it on paper and sit there and look at the question, put your phone down, right? Put the remote down and say, hey, how could this situation be actually serving me right now? Well, according to General Gronsky, any kind of uncomfortability that you're going through, which you should actually be seeking opportunities to do that, increases and fortifies your resilience. And he's saying great leaders are very, very resilient. So one thing right off the bat, no matter what you're going through right now, by definition, it's making you more resilient. Now that's easier. That's a tough pill to swallow sometimes because you're like, dude, how can this situation I'm going through making me more resilient? Well, when you're going through the same thing, because you're probably going to go through a similar situation later, or you're going to have a teammate or, somebody around you that's going to be going through the same situation. Not only are you more resilient, but here's another thing you can add to your list there is that you're going to be more equipped to train and to teach somebody to go through that. Why do we always look up to our parents, right? Because they have been through life a little bit longer than us. They're a little bit more resilient. They've seen these kind of things. So, and you can be that thing. If you want to be a leader, if you are a leader on your team or in your organization, if you're a sales manager right now, oh my gosh, does it suck sometimes? Absolutely. But hey, man, you need to shift your perspective on like, hey, man, like how is this serving me right now? Oh, well, I'm going through it right now. I bet one of my teammates one day are going to go through this. So I need to learn how to go through this. And so then you can teach it later. That really helps me get more to a positive mindset and be like, okay, great. How can we attack this issue? So whatever you're going through, write it down and make a list of things on how this could be serving you right now. Very, very powerful exercise on whatever. For instance, I don't want to do this damn podcast sometimes. I'm like, dude, I just want to go out there, write business and build our business. And it's like, well, how could this be serving me right now? Well, hey, it's getting me to take action, okay, to hit the record button, to prepare, to read more, right? Because we do quotes all the time. So it's forcing me to read even more than I normally do, which is great. So it's how can this be serving me right now? Instead of what's the roadblock? Right? So where's our focus? So how could this be serving us right now? You're looking at the opportunity. You're being curious on how you can fix this situation versus the roadblock. It's like, oh my God, I'm not making any money right now. Are you looking at the roadblock or are you looking at the solution? Oh my God, the leads in this area are not that good. Okay, hey, are we looking at the roadblock or are we trying to find the solution? Okay, you see the difference? And your life is going to drastically improve once you get in this habit of constantly saying, hey, how can this be serving me right now? Now, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I hang around in that zone of like, dude, this sucks. This just is what it is. But then at one point in time, it's like you got to say, hey, how could this be serving me right now? And this is a habit. This is a muscle that you continue to get better and better and better at. And then you start seeing trends, which are beautiful, beautiful things. So one quote that I got from a mentor of mine is, hey, anytime that you're feeling frustrated or confused, you're either about to learn something or you're about to have your breakthrough. So anytime that you're feeling confused or frustrated, you're either about to learn something or you're about to have your breakthrough. And after I've tested this thing out, after a little bit of time, it's like, that is so true. And that just goes back to, hey, how could this be serving me right now? I'm about to learn something. I'm about to have my breakthrough, but it may not feel like it unless you're looking for it. So how could this be serving you right now? The best salespeople, the best sales managers that I've studied, the best business people that I've studied, they've been curious versus pissed off. Curious versus the hanging around in the this is just is what it is world. The best salespeople that I've ever been around all unanimously had this trait: is how can I learn from this? How can we improve? How can we fine tune this situation? How can we upgrade? And when we're talking about skills, hey man, or sales, it's like, man, I'm not writing enough business that I want to write. I'm not selling enough units. Okay, whoa, time out. Then what can we be learning from this? How can this be serving me right now? And it's maybe you need to be practicing your pitch more. Maybe you need to be asking more questions. Maybe you need to be working more hours. Maybe you need to be more prepared in the morning. Maybe you need to be adjusting some of the stuff you're doing out there. Okay, so because that's your magic moment. If you're feeling frustrated or confused, that's your magic moment. You just got to keep your eyes peeled, or else you're just going to keep banging your head against the same dang wall and you're going to get the same results. So keep improving, keep fine tuning, keep looking for the upgrades in your business. And how can this be serving you right now, whatever you're going through? So that's all we have for today. We're going to wrap it up here. Number one is, hey, how can you dominate your feelings to dominate in sales? The number one thing is like, hey, our emotions and our feelings may seem real, but our perception may not be real. So our perception of what's actually going on may not be real. And it just feels real because we're looking outside in. It's like, oh yeah, this area sucks. These leads suck. I'm just not good at this. No, that's a perception. That's not reality. And you can make your reality by shifting your mindset, by flipping the script, by flipping that damn script to be like, hey, you know what? I win no matter what area it is. In our business, we say any hood's a good hood. Any hood's a good hood because we knock on doors. So I've definitely had the thought process of like, oh man, this area sucks. This stack of leads sucks. No, whoa, flipping the script. Hey man, any hood's a good hood. Let's roll, baby. So number two is this too will pass. Okay, you must be the buffalo in the storm. Whatever adversity, whatever setbacks you're dealing with right now, head on, go into the teeth. Do not delay. Do not procrastinate. Do not be the I'm going to get it next week guy or gal. That's a procrastination technique. You need to finish your day. You need to finish your week. You need to finish your month, no matter what. That's how you build confidence. That's how you build your income, is by, what did we talk about last episode? Persisting no matter what. So be the buffalo in the storm. And number three is, how could this be serving me right now? Okay, now when we're talking about feelings, emotions, attitude, man, that definitely elevates all those for me. Okay, because then you go from really pissed off about the situation, frustrated, maybe confused, angry, to curious. Be like, hey, how could this be serving me right now? Easier said than done, but this is a muscle. Okay, so keep doing that. Keep flipping the script. Keep being the buffalo in the storm, heading towards the teeth of the storm, the eye of the storm. And then number three is, how could this be serving me right now? Guys, I really appreciate your time, investing your time in yourself, investing your time here in It's Go Time. I appreciate you. I love you. I respect you. My heart and soul goes out to you. Let's have a great week. Let's have a great month. I got your back. It's go time.